All right, chat. How we feeling? I think it's time to get into this finals game, folks. Let's do this thing. We are live. How's it going, everybody? We are live with the T5S2 Invitational Group A Finals. So these players have gone through all of their requisite qualifier rounds in order to fight for their opportunity to get to the elimination stage. So we have Deimos here, who did go down to Ashsea in the first round, did end up beating her through the losers track and made it all the way to out of the losers round into Aderyn here, who went undefeated through his games, was able to go up and take down his opponents and win, making it to the finals by himself. One of these players is going to get out of this group and end up in the elimination stage. Today we're going to find out who we're going to be playing over here. Very standard mission this time. Take and hold is what we're going to be fighting over today. Layout 6 is the layout from the Chapter Approved mission pack that we're going to be playing on today. A little bit of an open one. So that is going to...
Be careful when you flip him back later back. Yeah.
That is going to be a little bit of a benefit for Deimos here. I'm going to turn down the player mic slightly. I had to adjust them a little bit. I hope that doesn't sound too loud. Because he does have sort of range superiority on this army,
it doesn't flip from
and it's two.
We're just fine. Threads end up in the same place.
Yeah, but you're supposed to spin from the middle of the model. The pipe counts as well. Otherwise, you get 2.5 extra inch by spinning.
All right,
and that's not cool.
Two basically exact opposite armies that we are watching fight out over here. It's interesting that yesterday we watched Nemo the Fish play and end up making it to finals out of his group, beating Longship Loft against Chaos Knights. So Chaos Knights, 5 big super heavies and a couple of demons versus 200 guardsmen on the battlefield. And we have a sort of a similar matchup going on this time around. It's Mass Tank Hammer of the Emperor running multiple Rogaldorns coming out of Deimos versus an almost entirely almost entirely infantry Skitari Hunter cohort coming out of Aderyn. Definitely kind of showcasing a little bit of a push in the meta here to these skew lists that are very good at both putting pressure on your opponent, knocking down a wide variety of defensive profiles, but then also being strong on objective control. Obviously, these big tanks, we can put lots of multi-OC miniatures onto a single objective point, and you can duty and honor them to improve their objective control characteristics. So these big vehicles are going to be good at taking objectives. However, they pale in the comparison to Skitari Hunter cohort. That said, they are much harder to kill. And Skitari Hunter cohort is not known for having extreme damage output. So we're going to see if the movement blocking from Aderyn is going to be enough to beat Deimos here.
Yeah.
And it looks like it is going to be Astra Militarum taking the first turn. So Aderyn is going to have the benefit of bottom round 5 scoring. It's going to be a big deal.
That's actually
my scout.
Game defining.
Yeah. Right. So.
I should. No, you first.
Yes.
Talking about the list momentarily here, folks. We have seen both of these armies on the table before, but to talk about them very quickly, Deimos over here running a Hammer of the Emperor, Astra Militarum.
Let's begin.
Just enormous speed on these guys. They're able to get auto 6 advances, advance and shoot potentially on their tanks, or fall back and shoot if they want to.
Yeah,
for a command
9 scout, not 10.
Oh, sure, whatever.
We've also got in the list 3 Rogaldorn tank commanders, one with Calm Under Fire, one with Indomitable Steed, one with Veteran Crew.
I'm not scout.
A Acadian Shock Trooper squad, just to hold down the back line. Everything else is a vehicle. We have 2 Hellhounds, 3 Scout Sentinels, 3 Limonars Vanquishers, and another Rogaldorns for a total of 4 Rogaldorns, 3 commanders, and a battle tank. Absolutely insane build coming out of the Astra Militarum today.
All right.
Very light on infantry, mass tanks. Let's see what they can get done. See the Skitari Hunter cohort on the other side of the table. Enormous amounts of objective control, enormous amounts of board presence. The only non-infantry in the army is Belisarius Call. That's it. He's the only one. He is a monster, but he moves through walls. It's about the only difference there. We then have 3 units of Skitarii Rangers to turn on battle line synergies. A bunch of Taraxi Sky Stalkers, 3 units of 5. 3 units of 10 Taraxi Sterilizers. A Servitor 2 Servitor Battleclades, excuse me. Plus 5 Sicarian Infiltrators, 30 Sicarian Rust Stalkers. 12 Cerberus Sulfur Hounds, and another unit of Cerberus Raiders as well. So just a huge mass of these fast infantry that are going to be able to push up the table. They're difficult to hit. The Astra Militarum are going to suffer quite a bit from army-wide stealth from Skitarii Hunter cohort, so it's going to be tough to actually get consistent shots on these guys. And, of course, being Adeptus Mechanicus, they have above-average defensive characteristics as well. So sometimes they just simply don't die, and they continuously score. Now, whether or not Aderyn has the beef to get through these big tanky profiles is going to be an interesting question. He does have units like the Sicarian Ruststalkers that can, with a volume of attacks, ping damage into these heavier vehicles. We also have mortal wounds from things like the Cerberus Sulfur Hounds and grenades that can slowly attrition down these vehicles, and mass shooting from stuff like the Taraxi Sterilizers. However, most of it is key towards clearing infantry. It's not meant for destroying vehicles. So Aderyn's going to be at a significant disadvantage when it comes to actually trading shots with this Militarum army. But at the flip side, the Militarum may not be able to out-OC him on the objectives. And as we saw yesterday in Nemo and Longship Loft's game, not killing your opponent might not matter. Longship Loft lost a couple of Poxwalkers in one night, I think, and also 70 points on primary. So that ended up being a victory for the mass.
So he gets take aim.
The mass bodies here.
He gets movement. Okay. Yeah.
I can't reach here. Never mind. He's more than 12 away.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take him, and this guy will take him, then whatever.
Yeah.
That is fine. Cool, let's get to movement.
9th edition Termagants were 7 points per model for the entire edition. 10th, they've been 6 points per model. They don't really want to get under 60 points for T3 with a 5-up save. Yeah, I think that's probably the case. They also gained abilities in the transition between editions. But there is a natural value to...
so basically here.
There's a natural value to a unit. Like, having a unit on the table is worth points in and of itself, even if it doesn't do anything. Right? If it's OC 0, toughness 1, and has no other rules, there's an inherent value to that. And so you have to kind of ensure that you... take that into account when you're pointing out units. And that's why I don't think we see the really tragically terrible infantry in the game. We don't see them dropped any significantly lower on points because they become really broken. I think if you cut things like Termagants to like 4 points per model or something, you would end up with armies that just ran 120 of them every time in order to like dominate primary.
Easily up here.
The thing that I appreciate Games Workshop for doing in 10th edition, and I really like this sort of angle that the company is going through, is that they have been adding abilities to units rather than discounting their points. And they do that with the Space Marine update, right? Instead of making Space Marines a horde army like they have in past editions, where they just make regular like intercessors like 10 points per model or whatever, and you just have a trillion of them, they just gave them additional damage output, which I think is really cool. Now, we're getting huge use of our 6-inch advance here, being able to put OC on Aderyn's expansion objective top of the very first turn. It seems like Deimos understands that he is not really in grave danger here. He's not really in a position where he's going to be threatened by these Adeptus Mechanicus. And so he doesn't really have to play cagey. He just gets to push super far forward and just force the Mechanicum to deal with his absolute wall of armor.
My thing goes backwards.
Now, as a reminder, folks, I will be live after this game. It should be likely a couple of hours after this game, I believe, is going to be our next game. That is the Group B, Group C Losers 2. So that will determine who goes to play in the finals alongside Nemo the Fish.
Yeah.
That's going to be Longship Loft versus Ian.
But I do, but if I do, should like that.
So big day of
able to kill them anyway, even
streaming for T5S2 today, which is awesome.
Do I need to hide? I don't need to.
Hope everybody's ready. Hope everyone's ready for some sick 40k coverage.
Actually, yeah. I'll just.
Why is it a bad thing to have the meta armies of the bajillion little models for OC? So you can kind of
There's a chance you're killing me. This shoots me. This guy's
if you want a good example, you can watch the last game we streamed in the series. So we streamed it yesterday. It was Militarum versus Chaos Knights, and if you want to know why, like just discounting infantry to be super duper cheap would be really strong, I would watch that game because that game is a showcase of OC bloat. Like objective control skew to its push to its absolute utmost. Now, what's funny is that I saw a lot of comments both on this game and on that game about people sort of assuming that these armies are only possible in Tabletop Simulator. Both Nemo and Aderyn own their TTS armies in real life. They use Tabletop Simulator as a training tool for IRL games. So these players are both play these same armies on IRL tables. Nemo's a psyop for guard players. I think Nemo showcases what you can do when you sort of you just let yourself lose the fantasy of the game, right? Nemo, I think very much goodbye infiltrators. That was the writing was on the wall there. An entire Militarum army shoot you. Nemo sees the game as a math equation, essentially. He breaks it down to its fundamental math and sort of executes assuming based on the final score. He doesn't seem like a person who's really that invested in the fantasy of like big tanks trundling around with little infantry. He realizes that if he hits a critical mass of infantry, many times it's mathematically impossible for his opponent to win. And that's the situation he's trying to create.
Okay.
Bring it down immediately. Bottom one. Okay. Now, Longship Loft we have a Scout Sentinel Strategic Reserve for Deimos, but Longship Loft does have a ton in Deep Strike. So he has an entire unit of Rangers and Sicarian Ruststalkers in Strat Reserve, plus a Serpent Battleclad, plus all of his sterilizers and one Tyraxan. So lots and lots of stuff in Reserve for Adeptus Mechanicus right now. He also has a spot over here so we can pay attention to his Doctrina. He's currently in Conqueror Doctrina, so he's gaining +1 weapon skill, +1 AP while near battle line, and assault on his gun.
Oops. I assume you're stopping me when you want to Overwatch and stuff.
Yeah, sure. You just keep going, I'll stop you whenever I want to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Nemo the goat.
We'll 8, 9, 7 in charge. We'll advance the Rangers. 10. Could run up there. Outside of 12 here. Oh, this guy should come with them. He's hiding in the bushes. Do I need to teach? Should still be within 6, yeah.
So might be going for a charge onto the Hellhound to retake that objective. If Aderyn's able to kill it, Militarum will not be able to duty and honor themselves back into control of that objective. but it's going to be tough.
Good. So, this one's done. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll approach with ones.
Sure.
My CP.
With who?
There. With the Hellhound. Not using the missile, of course.
Okay.
It's 4, and they have 5 pinwall.
They do.
2, just a 9. Just a 5.
2.5.
Kills 2.5. Yep. That's all my Overwatch. Oh wait.
But this one is. Okay. Why is this one not where it's supposed to be? Let's see here. That's good, then we hold this, and you can take it from them, unless you kill them in LA, which is absolutely possible. Let's see here, this guy can duty and honor one of them. So we'll advance the... We want to move, yeah, we want to move. It's not... 10... 12 or let's see here. They're going to be advancing, trying to shoot me. It's going to be fun, I guess. Get all of these fun lads up on the
Melee mentioned. Get good. Nice to see you, buddy.
so that we
Welcome into the
7
channel,
on
my dude.
Since this guy can't get an order.
Guard, you get conscripts back?
So
If they were
at the moment, you can't
separate
get
unit,
any
sure.
of these.
But I don't know if they need
Which
more
if I
for
wanna
it.
fire you. I mean, I could. Just after you start charging, I guess. Do it like that too. These guys are gonna go up 12.
So we might try to shoot and scoot the Traxi Skystalkers to contest this objective. That would force Deimos to duty and honor this Rogaldorn in order to take the objective back, which then reduces its effectiveness in shooting.
Sorry?
Don't forget about duty and honor.
Yeah. No, I know. But then you have to use duty and honor in him.
Why don't we even commentate, chat? The players are just going to talk about it themselves. But that OC5 on the Rogaldorns is a big deal there. It means that largely it can defeat small utility units when taking objectives.
Well, hopefully you won't keep rolling sixes on the blast weapons again.
Who knows?
Then
Is
I've been
Skitari Hunter cohort does have an
shoot
anti-shooting stratagem, so it can give itself an 18-inch lone operative effect for these units in the back. So Aderyn can protect his backline units, but largely what he's going to try to do is force the shooting to go into the units in the front and hope that the stealth makes them just ineffective enough to engage into that it's going to take multiple activations actually to kill them, so that there's less, there's not enough actual shooting to deal with the stuff in the back. He does, I think, have to deal with the Hellhounds as quickly as he can. The Vanquishers are kind of nothing burgers in this matchup. They're very low shot count. They're okay into the heavier infantry, but the low ballistic skill means things are really awkward for them. But this is a good example of using your core pieces in a matchup as kind of utility pieces themselves. They're basically just going to be here to do actions and throw objective control onto objectives and force Aderyn to toilet bowl on these tough profiles, which aren't actually really contributing that much to the fight. But if Aderyn can kill the 2 Hellhounds there, that's going to be significant portions of damage that he's removing from the Guard army. BA Commander talked in a video recently about Blood Angels Liberator Assault that spammed Assault Intercessors. Foot Death Company? Wild. Yeah, there was a list recently that took... I think it was 25 jump intercessors and units of 10. And back in the day... I want to say I think Deimos also played this, but I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Back in the day, there was a Blood Angels build when you could take Bloodless Angels. They played 30 Vanguard Veterans, 30 Jump Assault Intercessors over here. When you could give them +1 to wound against those targets. That list was disgusting.
Okay.
Nope. Sniper. Nope. Plasma. Nope. Nope. Nothing. Cool. Awesome. Then servitors. Sorry?
Did he explode himself there?
Oh, sorry. No, he didn't. Yeah, no, he didn't. 4.
Okay.
Phosphor. Nothing. Melta rifle. Nope. It's going so far. Arc rifle. Both miss. Heavy bolter. 1 sustain. Nothing.
Nope.
3 flamers. For 8. 1 wound, AP1.
Takes it. Cool. Hellhounds is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then pistol from friend. Hit. Doesn't wound. That's their shots. Cool. Awesome. Pool shoots the Vanquisher. 2 shots. 2 hits. 2 wounds. It'd be 4 or something. Take 6.
Was good for?
Yep, 6 damage.
Cool.
Then we're gonna shoot these.
Oh, that's a hell of a shot. Good start on this Vanquisher here. 1 damage to a Hellhound's not ideal, though.
Nothing. Then we'll grenade with the Sky Stalkers into you. Or do we? Yeah, we do. One mortal.
Oh, jeez.
Then they're shooting the Vanquisher, I guess. Four wounds, no AP.
At the very least, Aderyn is taking this objective right now. So he will score his extend even if he flubs here.
These guys?
And he has 8 OC in the center because the Cerberus are 2 each. So he is taking the center.
Hellhound?
Unless both of these vehicles get duty and honor. Oh, even then, they will just contest. So he is likely to drop a Deimos, down to a 10 on primary
2
rather
wounds,
than a
AP1.
15 with this aggressive push here.
Good.
Pistols, 2 wounds, no AP.
Good.
Alpha pistol, nothing. Then we're shooting with these friends into Hellhound. So, arc rifle, 1 dev wound for 3. Fully charged plasma, 1 hit, 1 wound, AP4, no cover.
Save.
Okay. Do I die? Nope. Sniper, miss, and then friends. 1 wound, AP1, no cover. 1 damage. It's down to 6. No, 7, yeah. These guys here shoot the Rogaldorn.
Clog the board. Indeed.
Save.
We are literally sending wrenches into the works right now. The Adeptus Mechanicus are going to clog the treads of the Militarum vehicles with their cybernetic bodies.
Awesome. Cool. Then we're going to charge. So we're double charging the Vanquisher and the Hellhound in the middle here.
So the disaster here would be if the guard armor kills one or more of the Sulfur Hounds in melee right now.
There.
We do have an anti-vehicle attack on the Sulfur Hounds, and they can do impact damage. But I don't think they're going to kill it unless we get really lucky here.
3 mortals. No, sorry, 4 mortals. Because I started next to battle line. That's why I moved this guy out. These raiders are gonna charge.
Well, it could happen.
The Vanquisher.
That was actually pretty spicy.
Stay. I assume got a base here.
The unit chip single attack is such a 9th profile. No, if it was in 9th, it would be 3 damage. If it was in 9th edition, it would actually be hyper relevant. It would be a silly little thing that sometimes swings the game.
So we'll be there. And then Sky Stalkers will charge a Hellhound.
So Sky Stalkers are charging?
This guy would be within there, underneath.
So I don't know if we're putting the Rust Stalkers in.
Where?
Or, they did not advance. Never
They
mind.
didn't advance.
Yes, they did not.
This guy goes here. Six, yeah, so we have enough. So we should be underneath your tracks and stuff, right? So if you want to fall back, you take stuff. Dangerous escape stuff.
Dangerous escape is only if I need to move as if you were not there. If I can move normally with you there, that's not triggering dangerous escapes.
Didn't it in the Ash game? Because you're moving over me?
Yes, because I didn't want to argue, but then I actually went and asked, and no, doesn't work like that.
That's what they said at the time.
Interesting.
And I've seen the rules, and that's basically what it says. You feel free to
No, it
pitch
says-
in here, Trevi. The
It
Rust
says
is going to
that-
charge.
Yeah, I'll just
You
double
need
check.
to move as if they were not there. Not. Ooh, that's a big change.
It is 14.
Oh, man. The old boxcars charge.
Don't think you can get a bigger charge than that in the entire game.
No, you can't. That is probably true. I think that's all the charges. So then we'll fight you. So I spoke to Asha after and she showed me the rules. That's why I know. I'll go in there with him, underneath his backtracks there. Then we'll do... Yeah, that's probably... Well, you can go here, underneath your sponson. Then they're gonna be fighting the Lehman. Shit, 12 attacks. Nothing. The Skystalkers are gonna fight the Hellhound.
Yeah, so just to clarify, I'm gonna pause real quick. The key is that
Yeah, sure.
the Desperate Escape check isn't optional. You must take a Desperate Escape check to move over enemy models while making a fallback move.
If you are moving as if they were not there.
Right. So when you do so, you move as if they're not there. If that move would take you over an enemy model, then you must take a Desperate Escape check.
Okay.
So if the key is that you're not allowed to choose not to use the Desperate Escape mechanic, right? It's just if you would move over an enemy model, then you treat that model as not being there, and you take a Desperate Escape check. Is how the rules worded. All right, I'm gonna unpause.
I'll flip it back. One wound.
Yep.
1 wound on the Hellhound.
Yep.
Takes
1 damage. Then we have an Alpha fighting.
Yes, you can
as well.
To clarify for the folks in chat, and I'm sure there are circuit rules that don't use this.
Then 1, and then probably
but you can
fighting.
move over enemy models.
Yeah.
But when doing so, you make a you must take a Desperate Escape check. It doesn't say that.
That's what I thought.
It doesn't say that you
over here. This guy moves here.
You are allowed not to take a Desperate Escape check if you don't have to treat the enemy model as not being there. It just says that.
And then we're all putting everything into the Hellhound. Reasons. So we have 16 attacks. 2 wounds.
That was 3.
And then the glove
1.
misses. Yeah. Then you fight back.
Cool. Limera's there. 6 attacks. Nothing. Hellhound's there. 2 saves. Kills the guy.
On these guys.
Yeah. Down here, Limera's.
I'll CP reroll that.
Oh, okay.
I'll CP reroll it, yeah. He saves.
Sure. This guy.
all right. I'm reading the rule again.
Yeah.
I think I understand what Deimos is saying.
Everything.
It's a very confusingly worded rule.
Kills 1.
I'm gonna take a peek. I think for this event we've ruled it that it does force us to break out. I think I will make once the group stage is complete. I'll write a full rule in the judgment document. I think for this. But because we've already ruled it this way, we will keep that.
Cool. Anything else? Nothing else.
Nope, that's it.
What do you score on your secondary?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, wait.
I understand both
see.
interpretations.
Bring it
of the
down
rule.
now.
But we are gonna keep it this way for the time being.
4.
Cool.
No, we'll throw it away for CP. No, we'll keep it. Sorry. Or GP.
Right. Draw shit. Bring it down already now. Bring it down is unfortunately legal.
It is
That's it for recipe, I guess.
an interesting thing.
To do my orders on primary. Cool.
Why don't we see planes anymore? Yeah, unfortunately, they are kind of low value right now. They're not constructed particularly well.
So it's going to be aims on all the big ones for sure. Because then I have an option to duty on the other one. For some
The
5 points.
The sad fact of the matter is that they made the aircraft mechanic so strong, they had to make all of the
Set or
aircraft units really bad in order to
Yeah,
balance
that's
it. And that's kind of where we're at.
So I have
Unfortunately. How is OC calculated? It's based on number of models on the contested objective. Yeah, so it's objective control is a characteristic on each model.
And whatever.
Each characteristic is
And then
when your model's within 3 inches of the objective marker, which is the 40mm puck, you
not outscore you anymore. I will not be shooting with this one.
you add its objective control characteristic to that objective, and the player with the higher it's called level of control is the count of all your objective control.
Honestly, need to be ordered. He just stays there.
Adds together there.
Mistaken. Doesn't need to retreat. That is. Stays there. Shoot you. Cool stuff. This guy shoots there, this guy goes here, one more order. Problem is Lehman just stand still and take aim. 5, 7, that's correct. Cool. Cool. Okay. So battle shocks.
Yep.
Lehman. Good. Hellhound in the middle. Terrified of you. I don't know, but
Was it confusion, desperate escape? Yeah, it's
then keep going.
it's weird.
cool. Anything else? Nothing.
It's that you it allows you to move over enemies if you take a desperate escape test for doing so. The open question, I guess, is like whether or not the
Rangers there.
the desperate escape test is only triggered if you're required to move
Nice
through
to meet
them.
Rangers.
The awkward part is that the fallback rule and the movement rule have different restrictions on what you can do with them. So the movement rule prevents you from moving, I believe, across enemies is what it says.
I dropped my CP by 1.
But the fallback rule allows you to move over
I
enemies,
saw that too.
and those are two terms of very different connotations, which is the weird thing. So basically, the question is like, if a Lehman Russ must move over an enemy, is it required to take a desperate breakout check for that?
Would cover you here, and then just. I miss my useful buttons with auras.
Yeah. Yes, me too. So.
Cool. It's gonna be like that. This idiot probably goes through the walls. Yes, definitely. Then this one takes his place. If I do take his place, it's gonna be here. Not quite enough. So I might want Scout Sentinel to be there.
Yeah, so the movement rules
To be there.
don't allow you to move through enemies,
This guy.
but the desperate escape rule allows you to move over enemies. Which is weird. Which is that's the confusion.
Slightly back. 23.7. Ever so slightly back. Cool.
Oh, for the pull.
I'll put a ruling on it in the judgment document.
Oh.
I think we won't change it for group stage here, but I'll put a ruling in the judgment document.
I mean, it's
for
not to
future
the
events.
Corpus,
It is,
as you can see.
yeah. No, it's fine. You just have to hold control to see the sponsor.
Mr.
Deimos say what's the most you've ever lost in a coin toss?
Thank you, roll one.
I did speak to another judge who does any TC circuit, and he did say that it had that circuit rules it the way that you are required to take Desperate Escape for moving underneath or for moving over top of enemy models, even if you aren't moving through them, which has informed my ruling a little bit here. But I'll probably
doesn't let me do
I'll take a look at it and I'll come to a final version at some point.
Where else can I go? Go here. Still tank there. Still shoot there. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah. I guess you see through the tracks there.
Aderyn moved to force Desperate Escape, and then the rules called into question. Yeah, the only reason is because it came up in a previous game, and it's like a core understanding of a core mechanic that's like slightly different between the players. I understand how it can happen. It's an unfortunate reality of Games Workshop's rules writing sometimes. Like what Desperate Escape should say is that you can move through enemies, and doing so you take a Desperate Escape check, but it doesn't say that. So it allows you to circumvent a restriction that normal movements don't have innately, which is a little bit weird.
Doesn't need to be used for. Good enough. Good enough. Then I can probably fit this guy. Nope. Not like that. Not like that. Come on, stick that gun out. There we go. Gun is very slightly sticking out.
It's not right now. Now it is.
Yeah. And I am in.
Yay, consistency and rules. Yeah. Yeah, it's really only the case because Games Workshop or 40K uses like its the hull measuring system, which can get kind of problematic and difficult to measure.
Fine.
That's where like the issue arises really. If we were using projection measuring or bases, then it wouldn't be an issue. I hope if I were to give a wish list for 10th edition, which honestly is just a video I should record at this point. I think that
give me buttons.
It would probably make sense to move to at the very least a projection measuring system for 11th edition.
Yeah.
Which means that you would measure from the area of the battlefield directly underneath your miniature. So you don't measure, and you basically consider that to be your base. So you don't measure to the physical model, you measure to the area below the model. And that it solves a lot of issues. I would wish that everyone would just be on a base. And in fact, on my secondary table over the weekend, if you watch the Dark Angels game, his opponent was playing Lisa Votan and had bases on all of his vehicles. And honestly, they looked great. And it was such a good example of what I keep talking about with how we could just put bases on vehicles and it would be fine.
You sure?
His land fortresses and things just
he's right there. Okay, never mind. I'm just
had bases on them and stuff. It was really nice.
And you had the move to do that, yeah?
Yes. I was just getting stuck in this statue.
Do I think Old Fly would be too strong now?
This is a Space Marine.
Infantry Fly didn't really change that much. Old Fly allowed non-fly infantry to interact through buildings. I would hope that they just give you more ways to punch through walls, I think is the idea. Or terrain features that block line of sight that aren't necessarily ruins.
You got right now you do 6 ult.
No.
Never mind.
If we brought forests back, for example, I think you could make an argument, and they were just area like line of sight blocking area terrain. I think the 10th edition movement rules make
Oh, I'm
a
not
lot of sense.
Tragic. I should have.
Would just issuing bases for all vehicles doing base measurements fix all for all of them? Fix it? Yeah, it fixes 90% of the problem that people have with vehicles in 40k.
Okay.
It's logistically very difficult. I mean, look at Deimos's list, right? The amount of work he would have to do to restructure his army for that format is a lot. But I think it would be worth it in the long run.
Spend it. Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Makes a difference on flyrants and stuff. Yeah.
Is it far?
Yeah, the stuff that's physically large because of wings, but
or at least
doesn't get much of a line of sight benefit from those wings. So like, not like Lords of Change and Magnus and stuff. Feels really bad for sure.
So let's try it. Roll hits here. All right. Do you want to rapid ingress?
No.
Cool.
Can make circles or lines of forest. So I think you could just make the old school kidney forest,
Mr. Limonard,
and you could just say that player you can't draw a line of sight
excluding
into it.
This one.
Right?
From this guy?
You could poke out to see out, but if you were inside it, people couldn't see you.
Big cannon.
Then I think they would be really effective.
Wounds.
You could hide vehicles and trees and stuff.
Kills a guy. Last cannon. Doesn't hit.
Or maybe it restricts your line of sight to like a certain distance or something. Gives you lone operative if you're inside it. That'd be cool.
Kills one. And then the stubber.
So what the players are doing with the tank here, chat, is I believe what they're attempting to do is draw line of sight from the tread here. So this is a weird part about hull measuring. You can measure line of sight from any part of the miniature. So we can measure line of sight from, for example, this part of a multi-melta into this guy. However, that's not the distance between the models. The distance between the models is from the closest points in those models. So the distance between the models is actually this.
6.
So what Deimos is doing there is placing, using his turret weapon to gain additional, not additional distance, but to use that to measure the distance to his target. However, the line of sight he's drawing is from a part of his model that's not over the terrain.
I'm saying this one, Commander.
Oh, you're shooting them. Oh, right,
yes,
sorry.
Yes,
I took the... Oh, right, yeah.
I see.
These should be alive.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, people tell you distance is from the closest part of the visible part of the model. That's not right.
And then
that's very incorrect. I have several videos talking about how incorrect that is, in fact.
Stubbers or?
I was going to do a distance measuring video, and then I realized I'd already done it. I was actually going to record that this week, but I already have one.
Autocannon does nothing, and then the Stubbers.
Threes.
Funny.
So these two have shot now, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, yep.
Then here, as this Limonar's one shoots into the Silver Hounds.
Okay.
With everything, I think. Including the missiles then. So, sure. Little gun. One. No, not one. Not even that.
Oh, sorry. Oh, little gun, I see Stubbers. Okay.
Yeah. Missile. Cannon. Big cannon.
You can't move our other models, including your own during fallback. You can always move through your own models as long as both the moving model and the model you're moving through are not vehicles or monsters.
Didn't want to shoot at all.
So the tanks have a tough time moving through each other, but they can go through infantry, for example.
Lehman, no wait.
And that includes all types of movement. That's a part that people miss. Is that the rule that governs whether or not you can move through other models is a core rule of all movement. So it affects charges. It affects piling, consolidate, every kind of movement.
Okay.
And sometimes people miss that.
Dump everything into the servitors.
Okay.
So, what does it have? It have for a save. Let's start with the Meltus.
Let's get these guys placed back where they were.
Meltus, one reroll. Does this guy stealth?
No.
Well, no, not them. One reroll. Kills one. And
No,
you have
6
the-
up invul.
Oh, okay. Then the Pulverizer.
9.
6.
So, last one.
Yeah, the
It's only-
Pulverizer. That's a smaller one. So only 6.
Is it? No. It's d6 plus 1, right?
No, it's just the 6.
I'm
And then plus 2
9.
corresponds.
I'm 9. No. I'm 9.
What did they kill? How did they kill a servitor before that?
They start with 9 models.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The old servitor battle blade. What a weird unit.
One reroll.
Didn't you already use the 1 reroll to it?
I used the hit reroll.
And
right.
wound to Melta? Whatever.
You
Keep
should
track,
also- okay.
keep track of your stuff, like it's because you used 1 before.
Sure.
But keep track. Yeah. 2 dice.
Cool.
Where's my phosphor?
Then the big cannon. That's 10.
Yeah.
AP2.
2 more.
2. And then the little guns.
Igniters.
Ish. Oh my god.
Spicy.
Kills 1 and
Takes
the
weak.
autocannon. 2 more, AP1.
5s. 2 more.
Great.
We'll do this.
And the Scout Sentinel shoots at servitors as well, with both missile and last cannon. Last cannon hits, wounds, kills a guy. Oh, 6 invul, no, kills a guy. And then the missile doesn't hit. Okay. Down here, Mr. Lehman Ross. You've got a gun servitor left, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Little gun there, everything else under him into the raiders, including the missile.
Okay.
So, raiders, big cannon, hits, wounds,
Save.
saved. Last cannon,
Miss.
doesn't hit. Missile, reroll 1. So, for the sentinel hits, wounds,
Save.
saved. Meltus, Jesus,
Wounds. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
1.
There.
Kills a gun. And then the little gun into servitors. 1. Yay. And the servitors. Down here, Hellhound shoots everything into the Rastalkers. Do I
Okay.
include the missile? Do I not include the missile? Why is this Kitai Ranger there? He should be outside of 12.
He should be outside of 12. Yeah, I don't know why he's.
Just
There are
make it-
bases for all vehicles?
Yeah.
No. In fact, most vehicles do not have bases.
We're gonna shoot the big flamer into the Skitari. We're gonna shoot the mace.
The only vehicles with bases are either typically aircraft and
Missile
walkers come
fires.
packaged with
No.
bases,
Small
and then
flamer.
grav vehicles have bases, but their bases are usually very small. They're
Three
flight
saves.
stands. And otherwise,
Nice.
it's only for small lighter stuff
That's a
that
big
wouldn't be
one
able to
into
stand
the
up on its own.
Skitari. Brilliant.
So it's actually fairly rare for vehicles to have functional bases in the game.
Great.
Back in the day, we
Down here.
had a
Door.
limited selection of bases. You played like 25,
Rush-
40,
rush.
50 millimeter, 60 millimeter, basically.
No, we stopped.
And you could not place vehicles on bases because so they didn't fit into any of those dimensions. But now we have an infinite number of base sizes. We could find bases to fit every vehicle in the game.
This roll wants to hit. Yes, it is. Another roll.
How is it reroll wants to hit?
Enhancement.
Oh, right. It's the enhancement. Yeah. I was thinking the other
Reroll.
guy.
7 saves.
Just everybody on a Dune Crawler base.
3.
The game becomes unplayable. But the Dune Crawler base, like, I think big, huge stuff could go on Dune Crawler bases. But, like, usually I think things would go on various sizes of oval. Everyone would just become, like, demon chariots, basically. Or a Tyranid monster army.
And they struggle Dorn. Shoots everything he can into the Aristocracy spells. I do not see this guy. No. I don't. No. Big one. 4, 5, 6.
3. Yeah.
1, 5. Yes. Kills one. Pulverizer. Kills one.
It's AP2, right?
Yes, AP3.
Yeah. AP3.
Misses. Then the
Stubbers? Yeah. 3s.
yes. Take wound.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool, we've got this Hellhound left that didn't shoot. Hellhound shoots the Sulfur Hounds, I think. Do I want to just finish off that guy? He gives you buffs. Kinda do. Yeah, I'll do that. So
Buffs doesn't really do anything against you.
He gives. Yeah, I suppose. I suppose he doesn't. Fine, let's just shoot the Sulfur Hounds with everything, including the missile. Missile. Misses. And then Flamers. 13. Like that.
5s.
Come on, man. Stop rolling so many.
I don't know if Defilers died after they went on bases, chat. I think that would require them to have been alive to begin with.
Anything else?
No, we'll get out of this guy. There. We'll keep this. And then pull him to 1 here. There.
Is there anything else I can do? I can charge you there, which I will attempt, I suppose. So in charge with the Rogaldorn. No. Charge with the Lemon Ras Vanquisher then.
Yeah, sure. He's eager.
10.
You can't go like this because you go through your own tank. So, yeah.
What? No, I'm
the
going
sponsor.
like
Yeah.
Wait.
And through me, I guess. The sponsor.
Wait, I'm not staying on it.
Yeah, you start go full 10, it should be fine.
Then we will tank shock you for my last CP.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we'll finally die.
No.
They will.
I do. Yeah, because I can't rogue here. I'm sad.
Good stuff. That was done primary here. Ready now for a fight back. You fight.
Yes. So we'll start with this raider, I guess, into the Lehman Russ Vanquisher.
Okay.
Nothing.
Cool. Then we will fight with Hellhound into the Restalkers. They have a wounded guy, I think, right?
Shouldn't.
Or did it just kill the guy? I didn't
killed
You get cover
Yeah.
because
Would be
Land Raider
for
or
the rest of us
and Chimera are blocking line of sight. You do not. No.
Cool.
Models do not provide cover. Only
Nope.
terrain features do.
You have
Unless you have a special ability. So like the Bane Blade
Yeah.
has
we'll
the
do
Armored Fortress ability, I think it's
these
called,
Skystalkers,
which allows it
the
to
hell
grant
it
cover to
is.
friendlies that are behind it. But no other, or very few other effects have that ability.
Alpha.
So you don't get anything for having vehicles in front of you. I think it would be interesting if you
sorry,
did,
no, that's just one
but
move, sorry.
obviously
One
that does change the role of vehicles quite a bit.
Takes a wound. And then we fight with Vanquisher into the Trader.
I'm not quite done yet. I have my friends still.
Oh, okay, sure.
Nothing else. Okay, Vanquisher.
Just 3 saves.
3 saves. Okay.
Yep.
Save.
Good. And then you fight with whatever remains, and let my turn go. I score better than I on this
Sure.
shot for a CP.
I should still hold this because I have more than 7, so that should be fine. So we'll fight here with the T attack saves. Good times. Okay.
So there is a lot in reserve for Adeptus Mechanicus. It looks light on the table right now because it's all infantry.
Yep, I scored him.
But he has 30 Taraxi Skystalkers in Deep Strike alongside Sterilizers in Deep Strike, plus a Skystalker unit, and then several units in Strategic Reserve as well.
10.
So there's a lot coming off the flanks for Adeptus Mechanicus momentarily here.
Yes, okay. So we will do some... We keep bringing it down. Feel like we need to kill a tank this turn.
Maybe.
We should be able to kill a tank this turn, realistically.
Oh, it's a
that.
hell of a horde.
Overwhelming force. Okay.
Aderyn holding on to bring it down. Overwhelming force is the draw. Jesus. Okay.
Let's see here.
Needs to kill a vehicle. He has a Hellhound on 2 and a Luminous on 6.
Do some battle shock.
This Hellhound is absolutely tanked everything. The Hellhound at the top
He's
here.
fine. This guy here. He's fine. Okay. So everyone's fine. That's what we want to see. We can see if you want to do stuff to me. What do we want to shoot with cool? Probably this guy again. Can't be engaged to him though to do that, so we'll have to fall back. That should be fine. Go there and touch this. Yeah, that's always an option. And this man will go back here.
Did he pass the battleship?
He might. Past battleship. Yeah. Both of them did, yeah. I'm thinking more of falling back, dangerous escape, or falling over your model.
You're falling under my model.
I mean, the same thing, right? But it goes both ways, so I have to take the testing. Let's see. This guy moves up 6 here. These guys will come out and say hello. 4, 8, 5, and 7, 6.
Yep, I'll overwatch them since I don't have any better overwatches than this. Boys, Rogaldorn.
The overwatch onto the Cerberus Sulfurhound units is important because the Sulfurhounds will do mortal wounds based on unit counts.
Roll big cannon all the time.
So, if each one of them that goes down is going to be very impactful.
Well, this time.
So
it was better than my shooting activation. Yes.
Yeah. So
Kills 2, then the Pulverizer. True. Holy shit, I actually shoot better than my shooting activation. Let's go. Kills one
Rock, you
more.
played most of your stuff on square bases. OG. Back in the day, there was a White Dwarf article I remember very distinctly. And someone had made bases for all their vehicles for Space Marine Army out of Warhammer Fantasy movement trays.
Saved.
I thought that was really cool.
Then the little shit. 1.
1.
3
Same.
up. Good. That's my activation done.
Yep, that's pretty decent. Not gonna lie. Okay. So that means we can start moving now.
There is a Sentinel in reserve for Deimos, so Aderyn's going to have to be
Come cool.
pretty careful about what he lets into his backline. He's likely to drop units over here to jump onto this objective and try to screen to prevent a rampant ingress from allowing the Sentinel to take that backline objective, but that would be a disaster for Adeptus Mechanicus if they open up that ingress spot in the back corner there.
Okay. We'll go. We'll be here. There. So that they can start piling in there and everyone gets to fight. Then we have things coming in. We'll start with these boys. Because you don't have a glitch in your backline, right? No. Then we'll start with these boys. Okay. See. They probably don't need to be with objective there. There, and then we'll be with 6, and he can use down there as moral support. There, everyone should see. We have
Oh, Lord, here comes the birds. Somebody tell Alfred Hitchcock. They're swarming.
Have you seen Birdemic?
What?
Do you know what the movie Birdemic is?
No.
Okay. If you ever want to see a really bad movie, you should see Birdemic. It's about bad CGI birds. I know that's a bad sell, but it's actually pretty funny.
The flappening, indeed.
It's a very questionable sales pitch, I tell you.
I know, yeah. But if you want to see a really bad one, that's a good one to see.
We are in the bottom of round 2, chat. Kind of early days yet for the game.
Without the... This... seems fine, actually. Let's see, how far is this? Yeah, maybe we don't do this one. Do we want to come in with that? Boom, boom. Hopefully.
Yeah, I've heard incredible things about the new World of Worlds movie. If we're talking about bad cinema.
Here.
I have not watched it because it sounds honestly sort of miserable. But it, as bad movies go, it does sound kind of exquisite.
Let's see. Nine. Let's see, can we get... Sure. feel like I was encroaching a little bit too much.
It is miserable. Okay, good. Good to know.
Can you be...
So we're probably going to set up our Skitarii Ranger unit out of reserve here to grant the charge bonus to the Ruststalkers so they can actually make it out of this Deep Strike charge.
There, then we have dice.
Alien Earth is good. That's good to hear. It's on a weird platform though, right? It's on like Paramount or something. I remember it being on a platform that I don't have and don't really have any plans to get, and I was like, eh. I have too many subscriptions already, and I'm gonna start canceling them. What's on Hulu? Yeah.
They can't be there. I just realized. Because that's why they couldn't be there. Can we be here? Yeah, he'll speak like.
I think this one's also 12, yep.
Him? Is he too far? Yep. People in cover. Be there so he can poke out with his cute little wings. There, and then. Okay.
Chat, I almost entirely, I basically exclusively watch YouTube.
Yeah. Do you want to do anything?
If the question is, do I have a streaming service? The answer is almost certainly no. I think I paid for a Netflix account last month because there was something I wanted to see. And I might still have that.
The Shadow, right?
And I have an Amazon Prime account, so I have Amazon Prime Video. I think that's it.
But he's not clipping it now. Is he?
But he clips the other wings.
Yeah, but that's...
Okay, I see you can
that's just the
move them all
other
into this position.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you rotate them like that? So that's a dot clip?
I mean, I can... Like... Yeah. Like, they're not really clipping, are they?
Sure.
Like...
Sure.
Alright,
Cool.
Do you want to run Ingress?
No, not the Sentinel.
No. Okay. Then we'll start shooting. Let's see here. These guys are gonna shoot... well, actually, we're gonna start over here. These guys are plowing into this Vanquisher.
Okay.
9 Flamers. 33.
So, big question, can we kill a Vanquisher with 1 million AP1 Flamer shots with wound rerolls? Survey says...
7 AP1s.
1 damage. Maybe not.
I thought would happen.
Maybe not is the answer. Oh boy.
Friend. Nothing. These here gonna shoot the Hellhound. Well, 2 of them are. And then the pistols go into Hellhound.
Mm-hmm.
So Flamers into Hellhound. 3. No, 5, I mean. 2 wounds, AP2. It dies.
Okay. Explosion? Oh, yes. There is an explosion. Let's roll into your...
Deimos about to do more damage to his own army here than 20 Terexi are about to do.
Let's go.
This guy? Yeah, not them. No.
Yes, that guy, sure. 1.
He's alive.
My second one, for sure. 5, cool.
Oh my god! The old D6 explosion from the Promethean tank going down does significantly more damage to the Astra Militarum army than
Cool. Then
An entire Adeptus
I keep
Mechanicus army.
shooting the other things that I said I was going to shoot. The Flamer. Nothing. Then we'll shoot this Plasma Man here. He's not overcharging.
Yeah, the Hellhounds D6 explode because they have the big
Misses
tank
both.
full of gasoline in them. It feels a little bit weird, but
These guys here.
it's because
shooting
they're
the
an aggressive flamer tank.
Uh,
In
no,
8th
what's
edition,
up
there was
with
actually a
here?
pattern of Hellhound that blew up on 4s.
amount
It
of
was
shots.
purposefully unstable, so you could use them like
3.
bombs.
He's rolling
In
ones.
the who?
3s. The Vanquisher, the same guy I shot before.
If it's not
Oh, no, it's
Inky or
just
Warhammer, I don't know about it.
One
Listen,
wound.
I know a lot about Breach
4.
Storm.
Yeah. Yeah, so 3 damage.
Takes it.
Then we're gonna shoot with the Rangers. They're gonna shoot.
World-renowned
into the
sci-fi
Vanquisher.
franchise Breach Storm.
Will overcharge as well. Plasma. Cool. Does he die? No. Arc Rifleman. Where are you hiding? Probably in the back. Okay, so he's in Rapid. Force. Cool. Sniper. Nope. No one's died yet. 1 wound, AP1.
Saved.
And then the Flamers shoot this guy. $31. $11 AP1s.
Nothing.
Okay. The little dude with the gun, -1 to hit. 1 wound, AP1 with the upcover, so doesn't matter. Okay, then this Raider will shoot this Vanquisher. Nope, nothing. Then we'll shoot with can probably tag you them. We'll shoot with these into this Rogodorn. 29. Well, AP1s.
It's just a 7.
7, yeah. And then the Alpha. Nothing. And then we have the Rangers. I don't think actually everyone sees him. Well, they do. Yeah, never mind. They do. We'll overcharge and shoot there as well with everything. Arc Rifle. 4 up. Nope. One day it will land. Sniper.
One day we will get the devastating anti-vehicle gun to do any damage to a vehicle.
Plasma.
But it is not this day.
Wound
Oh,
AP4.
plasma.
You know, cover. You will
Yeah,
blanket.
blanket.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then he dies. In shame. Then we have friends. 1 AP1. Okay. There. Then have we shot everything now? I think we have. It's time to start charging. So we'll start with I guess battle shock tokens gone. With the Sulfur Hounds into we'll start here. See if we need to reroll stuff. We'll do the shard. Yeah, it should be what the fuck? Should be a 7 charge. We'll double charge. Eight's attack. We'll get underneath the tracks there. Underneath Sponson. Then we'll charge with. That's too far. We'll charge with the birds into the blue tank.
Oh,
I have disconnected.
yeah. Looks like the lobby just died.
I'll
sec.
post.
1 moment, chat. We're on Aderyn's host here, so it looks like you lost connection with him. I will go ahead, send us back to our pre-stream. We'll be back in a moment, folks. Chat, I have bad news. Unfortunately, so we ran into some Steam issues. We were able to get that resolved. However, Deimos is unfortunately Ukraine-based, and his drone raid siren has been activated. So his community is taking cover right now, which is obviously, thoughts with him. Everybody send positive vibes because that's an intense situation, and I hope that he is able to get out safely. We are going to postpone the remainder of this game. We have the game state saved, and I think I am even going to save it on my end just to have it. But for the time being, we're going to go ahead and unfortunately have to pause this one. We will reconvene when he's back. That either will be later tonight or tomorrow. But assuming everything's okay with him, we'll be back with the remainder of this game. Unfortunately for now, this does mean we're going to have to end the stream early. I have some stuff I have to get done right now. I have a video that was supposed to go up ages ago and is about to be posted. So I can't do a Twitch stream right now because we also have another event, another live stream in just a couple of hours for T5S2. I may do a Twitch stream after that if I'm feeling up to it. That will be done at like 10, and I might just like rock a game or something. I'm not sure. But up until then, it's just gonna be T5S2 for today. Yeah. Everybody's saying their positive vibes to Deimos over there. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out with me this time. I'm going to go ahead and send you over to the other stream. Don't forget to hit the little notification for that one so you get notified when it goes live. Otherwise, I will be back when this game reconvenes, which may be tonight, later today or tomorrow. And I'll see you then, everybody. Cheers.